What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pot. My name is Shisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
My fiance called off our wedding. He realized that he was not ready to marry me. I think he dodged a bullet. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
My fiance and I, partner of 5+ years, recently decided to call off our wedding and engagement. He realized that he wasn't quite ready for marriage and the things that usually follow, and I realized that I needed to leave and rediscover who I was outside of the relationship. We had gotten pretty deep into the wedding planning. I found my dress, he found his suit, we booked the venue, but no amount of time or money should come before choosing what's best for you. Majority of women have been brainwashed to believe that being a wife is the ultimate goal, and it sometimes causes us to stay in relationships that may no longer serve us. And my ex-fiance was an amazing man, and we shared many beautiful years together, but our goals and desires were no longer aligned for the next chapter of our lives, and that's okay. I'm a very private person, but situations like these normally occur when God wants you to share your story and use it as a testimony. So that's what I've decided to do. So here we go, and I hope I can help others heal with me along the way.
All right, guys, you heard it for yourself. It looks like we have a woman here who was set to get married but got dumped by her man at the time. And here's the reason I want to react to this. I think it's important for men to know, just because people are always going through different types of situations, I think it's important for men to know that it's always a good time to leave a bad situation. And I'm talking about marriage before the actual marriage, right? Doesn't matter if it's a day before the wedding. Doesn't matter if it's a month before the wedding. Doesn't matter if you're walking up the aisle. If you come to the conclusion that this is not the woman for you, or she does not show the qualities that make her the type of wife who you want to spend the rest of your life with, or in a relationship, right? Doesn't matter. Walk away. Fast, not slow. So that's the first thing, man. It's like better figuring it out sooner than later. You know, even after the wedding. Even after the wedding, the sooner you can figure out after the wedding that like, this is not right, especially before the kids, get out of there, brother. Get out of there. So shout out to my guy right here. But this woman presented the situation, and it sounds like he called off the wedding, and she then started to change her perspective on marriage. You know, like the last thing women would do in these type of situations is say, why did he leave? Why did he leave? What can I do better? Maybe he had some good reasons, but instead it's, let me change my perspective and outlook on marriage as it not being the goal for women. Marriage is, she's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is the Tia Mowry thing, right? Your happiness is what it all comes down to for a lot of modern women. But hey, I may be wrong. Let's see these comments and see what the people have to say. First comment here comes from a woman, and it says, after 10 years and proposing, he realized he wasn't ready. I'll never understand proposing and not being ready. Blessing to you in your healing. Yeah, I mean, oh, my bad. I said 10 years, but I think it says 5 years here. After 5 years in proposing. Yeah, so this guy proposed after 5 years, and he realized he wasn't ready. He realized he made a mistake. Good for him, right? Another woman responded back to that woman and says, maybe he was pressured. A lot of women out here love to pressure men into marriage. She goes on to say, after a while, friends and family, even the person you're with, will start asking when you're getting married. 376 likes. A woman responded back to that woman and said, and it's the most annoying thing, like, mind your damn business. I don't know what's for dinner. Don't ask when we're getting married. So the first woman who commented responded and says, ain't nobody being forced to do anything. He had a choice. Well, regardless of how he came to that choice, the guy in this story, he came to a choice, right? He came to a choice, and a clear direction and a clear path is the best thing. Next comment here from another woman says, took him 5+ years and a proposal to realize, ... 5,000 plus likes. Another woman responded back to that woman and said, have you ever heard of married couples realizing this years down the road? That's true. You're upset about 5+ years when the majority of women file for divorce around I think the average marriage lasts like 19.5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure here. I'm going to look it up. I'm sorry, guys. I was wrong. Roughly 8 years. And I think I've said that in another video. So my bad. I'm going to start correcting myself, which, I get stuff wrong sometimes. It says the average length of a first marriage that ends in roughly 7.8 years. So about 8 years or so. Divorces happen, which the majority are filed by women. So the sooner the better, especially if the goal is marriage. Another woman responded back and says, further goes to prove that nothing in life is promised. Last comment here says, right, people change in life. Next comment from another woman says, brainwashed in believing being a wife is the ultimate goal. Wow. This part made me realize it's so true. Painful to hear now. Another woman responded back to that woman and says, so what is the ultimate goal? Real question, because I too believe that being a wife and creating a family is the ultimate. And that woman responds back to that chick and says, it can be your ultimate goal if you want it to be, but you have to decide if it's the ultimate goal for you. Mine was to become a mother. And then a woman added and said, same, I have no desire to get married, but I want to become a mom more than anything. That's the problem. That's the problem, is that these women don't want marriage to be their ultimate goal, but they want to raise kids as single moms and raise up society to have broken homes, to be dysfunctional, and while still doing the Tia Mowry thing and saying, you know what, now after I have these kids, I want to focus on my happiness instead of focusing on making sure that young man who's going to grow up to be a problem, that society has to deal with at large. Instead of focusing on finding like a father figure or husband for him, you just want to do your best and then let him loose into the world to destroy things. And a woman who doesn't know how a man should love her to go off and find another toxic man, and then they continue the same thing. It's lack of common sense, really. A lot of these women don't understand. If you don't want marriage to be your main goal, then don't have kids. Next comment from another woman says, I really look up to women to walk away from engagements. Huh? There's so much pressure to play along and keep going, but you took the path less traveled. Okay. Next comment from another woman says, the better divorce is before the wedding. Good for you. I agree. Next, another chick here says, 7 years in with mine, we split this year and we still have deep respect and love for one another, but it needed to happen for exploration. Had to play it. Look at this shit, man. Exploration. She's about to get her cheeks tore up, boy. Back in the streets. Yo. As always, man, curious to know what you think. Comment down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.